introducing some of your connections to me through our training program. And I'm really, really grateful for being able, like, the opportunity to get to talk to different finance professionals, and they're super, super helpful. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. That is great to hear. So yeah, I do. I don't know, listeners may know, but I do a lot of coaching with these college women to help them figure out what they want to do and help them network and all of that. Obviously, I talked about that in the beginning of the show, but Jasmine is actually a real live person that has benefited from some of the work. So that's really cool to hear that she's grateful and she's
Hmm.
engaging. And I think, Jazzy, I think one of the things that is really going to propel you forward is your gratitude. It's off the charts. So people, that is such an important quality to have in life, and to always remember that, and go back to that, because you
Hmm.
can always think about what you don't have and this and that. And, gratitude keeps you grounded.
Hmm.
So I think that's
Hmm.
fantastic. So,
Yeah, I mean, I'm very thankful for my opportunities, but I also am being a little selfish because I wanted to help myself like 5 years ago because I was confused. I was anxious about my future, and coming from that position, I wanted to, and like right now, I'm like more used to American culture, and I have a little bit of resources. I wanted to help people who were me 5 years ago. So yeah.
well, that's what it's all about. It's all about paying it forward. I mean, that's why I created Supergirls, because I feel like it's it is very scary to leave the college bubble and figure
Mhm.
out the real world. Some of us are still a lot older than you guys and haven't figured it out. So it's good to have help and
Mhm.
sisterhood along the way.
Yep.
Really, really
Definitely.
helpful. Well, I'm glad you're doing this, now, because it's amazing. I mean, you're just going to have, you're paying it forward. All that good energy in the universe is going to come right back at you, girlfriend. But do you miss, I
Thank
mean,
you, girlfriend.
I know you're going to stay in the States, but yeah, how is that with your family? Like, do you miss your parents and your family? And I know you're really proud of your town from China, and, you
Mhm.
influenced that town to come to to the States. But how do you handle
Yeah,
that?
so
That might be something also that other international students grapple with, right? Right? Like missing their families.
yeah, it's a very, very common struggle, and actually I've seen like at least three international girls leaving their studying abroad experience because they missed home so much. And I do miss my parents. I actually talk to them a lot more than I did in China because when you're with your parents, you just
Yeah.
kind of like take them as granted, and you assume that, oh, they understand what you're going through and stuff, but you don't. And after the studying abroad experience, I get to talk to them a lot more about like my deeper struggles, my goals, my future, and I get to know them a lot more than I actually do. So yeah, like I miss them a lot, but I'm also really grateful for the distance at the same time. But yeah, I also really I really would love to call on people who are listening to this podcast to really pray for China because now they're going through the coronavirus, and my parents can't actually like come to my graduation because of that, which is a big bummer. But yeah, I just really wish that people can at least pray for them, or if they have the resources to send them like some medical equipment because it's kind of lacking. And yeah, I honestly, going through that, my friends really supported me when I really miss my parents. And luckily I get to stay with a student from Xiamen, and we became really, really close friends during high school because she literally is a piece of home away from home, which is what my venture is trying to accomplish. I wanted to find someone that could be supportive, even though we're away from home. So yeah, and as you said, like the Super Girls program is amazing, and I love it because sisterhood really is really, really important. And yeah, so that's yeah.
Well, the fact that I'm so sorry about that they're going to miss graduation. I can't imagine how that must be, disappointing. But you're still going to muddle through. You're still going to turn your tassel. and
Mhm.
you're gonna make them super proud. Maybe you can Skype with them, or
Mhm.
FaceTime during the graduation. That I'm
That would
sure
be
they would love that.
amazing. That's a great
Yeah,
idea.
live stream.
I'll probably do
Yeah,
like a live graduation for them online.
yeah, we have to get the live stream. Like, I got married in Vegas to my husband, my current husband, and we were able to live stream it to people back home because not everybody could make it. It was super cool. So maybe there's something like
Oh,
that. I'm sure with technology today and with what's going on, I'm
yes.
sure the college administration probably understands and has to come to terms with
Mhm.
that. You know.
Yeah, I'm
Anyway,
so
I
thankful
wanted
for technology.
I know, thank God. About graduation, are you in general? What are your emotions about that? I really like to understand like how you guys feel about graduation. Are what the real emotions are? Is it excitement? Is it fear? What is going on with you right now with that?
Yeah, so it's really weird. I was so when I was in junior, I'm so done with college. I'm like, oh, I hate doing homework. I hate having to walk home with like pressure, having to grind throughout the night, and I can't wait to, be financially independent and do whatever I want. But now having to face the real world and really consider like how I'm able to sustain myself. I actually made like my finance plan with my roommate who will be my roommate after graduation, and we're like, oh my goodness, that is not even like living like our finance is not going to be able to sustain us if we don't plan it like accordingly. So I think I was excited
Good
and I was
for you.
like fearful at the beginning, but now I feel like I'm more down to earth and ready to face what is going on because I'm seeing like the real numbers placing in front of me. And I'm sure a lot of people are going through the same thing as me, like, oh, like I don't know what's going on, I don't know the next step, and I'm still job searching, and I'm still trying to find my position and where God wants to lead me after graduation. But yeah, it's a weird feeling, but I feel very like very much like more and more grounded from my like fear up in the sky. So
That is that the fact that you did the plan. I think that was so helpful. I'm actually, it's funny. I'm working with my son on that as well, and it's like, dude, it would be so much better if you could just see it. You get an awareness, and then it's not as scary, right? It's like you kind of know.
exactly.
It helps
Yeah,
ground you. That it's
awareness is a
perfect.
lot better. Yeah, exactly. So being aware is a lot better than just sitting there and be anxious. I find it so important to like really dig out like what is there and facing your fear instead of just imagining it because I know human imagination can go crazy and outrageous, but really sitting down with yourself and like I'm so grateful for you once again. I can't say it enough, but you helped me like realize the importance to like visionize my life after graduation and really look back to my experience and look through like what is important for me and what is not as important for me. What are my wants? What are my needs? And yeah, now I think I am a little more ready. I'm not saying that I'm fully ready, but like I'm a little more
None of
ready
us are ever ready.
than
It's
I
like having
was.
a kid. You're never ready. You just got to do it. But
Mhm.
it
Yeah.
helps. When you do a vision board or think about your life, it helps get you out of your head and just it just there's so many
Yeah.
opportunities. It makes you feel so good that you're actually spending the time and investing on yourself, and
Mhm.
being you have to
It's
be a
almost
little
like
self.
dating yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I feel like I didn't date myself enough, but yeah.
I know a lot of us have that issue, especially women. That's why we try to do
Mhm.
this for you guys. And thank you for all the love. I mean, I appreciate it, and I'm just glad I was able to add some value, and it's good to know. Hopefully other people will hear this.
Mhm.
Love. So
Yeah, we'll
speaking of other
see.
people, we do have to close the show because we're coming towards the end. So I just want to ask one final question, and that is,
Mhm.
what is
Mhm.
one piece of advice you would give all the other young women that are up on the rise, getting ready to launch behind?
Mm. Yes, that's a great question, and I wanted to steal Nike's advertising slogan, "Just do it." It sounds so cliche, but there is so many times when I look back at my life, and I was like, why didn't I catch that opportunity? Why did I miss that? Why did I let it slide? And if I would have just done it, I could have done so much more with the opportunities around me and the people I could have connected with. And yeah, I would, if I wanted to give them advice, I would say don't let your insecurities stop you from doing anything, and knowing that it's hard, but people around you will support you. And you can start anywhere. Like I literally came from China and have no connections in the US, and now I have like, I'm not saying that it's a to brag or anything, but building from zero connections in LinkedIn, now I have 500 connections in LinkedIn. Even though it's just a number, but I'm just so grateful that I can be at somewhere that I could never imagine myself being at, and I'm continued to, move on and, be able to impact some people who are still living in fear and not wanting to step forward because they are not sure about what's happening. So,
Well, that's beautiful. And I really appreciate you being here with us tonight. And I agree with you. Every day, do something that scares you. Eleanor Roosevelt,
mhm.
face your fears. And you've done a great job making an impact. You should be super proud of yourself. And you are an
Oh, thank
inspiration to
you.
all of us. You're welcome. Thank you again, Jazzy Jazz, for being on the show. I'm going to be in touch with you
Mhm.
to hear about what's going on. And all you listeners, thanks
Yes.
for being with us tonight with the Jazz. You can check out
Thanks
her.
for inviting me.
You're welcome. You can check her out on iHeartRadio, and also on my website, supergirls.com. That's 2 L's, second L for love, because we love her. You guys take care. Go out there and slay dragons. Peace and love.